Assalamu alaikum everyone, and a very good morning to you all. Am I audible to you? Everyone? Please reply in the chat box. Can you hear me? Am I audible to you all? Is my voice clear? All right. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your timely response. Okay, beta. I am going to share the screen. Beta, it's our English language lecture. Okay. Okay, beta. Can you see the screen, everyone? Please let me know in the chat box. Okay, very nice. Okay, beta. So it is our English language lecture, okay? And we are going to do indefinite tense today, okay? So we are going to study indefinite tense. Before starting our lecture, do you know what is tense? Anyone? Do you know what is tense? Okay, let me tell you. If you want to answer me, you can answer me in the chat box, okay? Can you hear me now? I think there is something wrong with you. Meeram Bakar, is it okay? All right, all right. Beta, there might be something wrong with the internet, so wait, okay? So, what is tense? I was asking what is tense, okay? You have to tell me the answer in the chat box. In grammar, tense is a category that expresses time in which the action is done, okay? In which the action is done. It means it expresses the time. Please don't annotate. Beta, please don't annotate. Remove this thing. Hurry up. Thank you. Beta, by doing this, you are wasting the class time. Please don't do this again. So in grammar, tense is a category that expresses time in which the action is done. Means tense expresses the time, okay? It expresses the time in which the action is done. So we are going to see present indefinite tense, past indefinite tense, and future indefinite tense today. Let's start with present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense is used to talk about an action which happens on regular basis or is a general truth. So when do we use present indefinite tense? We use it to talk about an action which we do on the regular basis, means we do regularly, okay, or is a general truth. For sharing the general truth, we use present indefinite tense. You will get this clear by looking at the examples that I am going to share. The simple present tense is used to indicate the following. It is used to indicate the habits. For example, he goes for a walk every day. This is a habit. Okay, on, can you hear me now? Omema, can you hear me now? Am I clear to you? Okay, beta. Okay, beta. Thank God it's clear. So, I was saying present indefinite tense is used to indicate the habits. Okay. For example, he goes for a walk every day. Now, here, going for a walk is the habit of this boy. Okay. So, we have indicated this sentence in the present indefinite tense, and remember, present indefinite tense is also known as simple present tense. Okay, here are some more examples of habitual actions. I go to school, I read a book. So, I have a habit of reading a book. How will I say this? I read a book. Okay, this is indicating the habit. Similarly, I go to school. This is a habitual action. Present indefinite tense is also used to indicate the regular actions, means the actions that take place on regular basis. For instance, the cobbler mends shoes. It is his regular job, right? It is his regular job. So, I have used present indefinite tense, or you can say simple present tense, to write this sentence to indicate the regular action of the cobbler. Is it clear? Okay. Now, the third one, it is also used to indicate the general truths or facts. Now, what do you understand by general truth or facts? For example, trees give oxygen. This is a fact, right? So we will represent it, we will present this sentence in present indefinite tense, okay? Here are some examples for general truth. General truth, for example, the sun rises in the east. This is a general truth. You cannot deny this, right? Another example is the sun sets in the west. So both are general truths. Okay, both are general truths. So I have written these two sentences in present indefinite tense. Okay, remember present indefinite tense is also called simple present tense. Now here comes the structure of simple present tense or present indefinite tense. What is it? Subject plus help plus first form of verb. Okay, remember there is no helping verb in simple present tense. There is subject, then first form of verb means V1, and then object. And one more thing that you have to remember is we add S, ES or IES with V1 when the subject is third person, means he, she, it or any singular noun. Okay, so it means when we have he, she, it or any singular noun in the subject, we add S, ES or IES with the first form of verb. Okay, beta, one of you is here with the name Oppo A38. Who is this? Oppo A38. Please rename yourself. Appear here with the name that is registered here in the school. Please rename. Okay, Haya, is this you? Haya, please rename it. Haya, beta, you will be marked absent. Haya, rename your name, okay? स्टेप को इधर कर दो, ऊपर कर दो, इसको और कैसे लिखें? Okay, I'm taking your attendance. Till then, you can ask any question if you have with you. Yes, Alina Salman, there is nothing wrong with your name. I'm just asking Haya to rename her name, okay? So here is the structure. Subject, V1 and object. Okay, when we have he, she, it or any singular noun in the subject, we add s, es or ies with the first form of verb. Okay. You can see the structure here. See, here I have you, they, we and I, Jane and Mary. Jane and Mary means plural. Okay, you can have any like any plural instead of Jane and Mary. So if you have these subjects, you don't need to add anything with the verb. V1 will come in its original form and then there will be object. Okay, so this is the structure. No, beta Ajwa, your English literature work is not finished. We are having the language class today. Okay, we will continue our literature work in the next lecture. Okay, Ajwa. So here is another thing that you need to remember. When we have he, she, it, Jane means singular. He, she, it or singular in the subject, we add s, es or ies with first form of verb and then comes the object. Now here comes the interrogative structure for this tense. For interrogative, we have this structure. We add do or does, means we have two helping verbs to make interrogative of simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Okay, do or does, then subject, then first form of verb means V1 and then object. Now when to use do, we have we have do for I, we, you, they and plural. Okay, when we have I, we, you, they in the and plural in the subject, we use do for making the interrogative, right? Do, then subject, then V1 and then object. Similarly, when we have he, she, it or any singular noun in the subject, we use does to make it interrogative. Okay. Rania, is it clear now? Rania, can you hear me now? Rania, please respond, beta. Can you hear me now? Okay, so this is the structure for interrogative of present indefinite tense. Now, here comes the negative. This is the structure for negative sentence. For negative, we again have do or does not. Okay? Okay, Iman. Thank you for your timely response, beta. For negative, we have again do or does not. Okay? So when do we use do not? If we have I, we, you, they or plural in the subject, we use do not plus first form of verb and then object. And if we have he, she, it or any singular noun in the subject, we use does not. Okay? Subject plus does not plus V1 and then object. So remember, we have two helping verbs in, okay Rania, we have two helping verb in what? In simple present tense, okay, that are do and does. If we have he, she, it or any singular noun in the subject, we use does, and if we have I, we, you, they or plural in the subject, we use do. Okay, so here are some examples. Here is the affirmative. You know, affirmatives are the positive sentence. Children make noise. Children is subject, it is plural. So there is no S es with the verb. Okay, children make noise. Subject V1 and object. Here is the negative. Children do not make noise. And here is the interrogative. Do children make noise? I have used do here because we have plural in the subject. All right. Let's see another example. Here I have singular in the sentence. Okay, Mahad and Meeram, is it clear now? Sarah speaks politely. I have added S with speaks. Why? I have added S with speak. Now here the verb is speaks. Why? Because of Sarah. We have singular in the subject. Okay. And for negative, I will use does not. Okay. Sarah does not speak politely. When I have added does, I have removed the S of the V1. Means I have removed the S. Okay, Mahad. I have removed the S with speak. Okay. Now it is Sarah does not speak politely. And the interrogative is, does Sarah speak politely? So we have discussed the structure of present indefinite tense. We have discussed the affirmative, negative, and interrogative of this tense. Now we are going to see the Urdu identification of this tense. The Urdu identification of this tense is ta hai, ti hai, te hai. Okay? जिन जुमलों के आखिर में ता है, ती है या ते है आता है, वो प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट टेंस के जुमले होते हैं और उनको इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेट करने के लिए वी हैव टू फॉलो द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस. ओके, here are some translations of simple present tense. Please have a look. मैं सुबह सवेरे उठता हूँ. There is ता हूँ in the end. It means it is present indefinite tense. So subject V1 object, right? I get up early in the morning. वो झूठ नहीं बोलती. नहीं बोलती. This is the negative of simple present tense, right? So she does not tell a lie. क्या वो बालों में कंघी करती है? This is the interrogative of simple present tense. Does she comb her hair? वो रोज सैर को जाता है. He goes for a walk daily. I have used goes here because of the subject. I have he in the subject, okay? हम हर रोज अखबार पढ़ते हैं. We read newspaper daily. तुम अपनी गलती को तस्लीम नहीं करते हो. You do not admit your fault. So is simple present tense clear to you all? We have seen the tenses and translation of simple present tense, means present indefinite tense. Now we are going to see past indefinite tense. Beta, past indefinite tense is used to talk about an action that happened in the past and is over now. Means it is used to indicate the actions that are over now and that happened in the past. For example, he played football. Now this action happened in the past, so I have used past indefinite for this. He played football. It is also used to talk about the past habits, means the habits which we used to have in the past. Okay, Hania, can you hear me, beta? Is my voice clear now? Hania Rahim. Past habit. So let's see this example. He exercised every day. Exercised. There is exercised here. Okay, it means it is showing that it is his past habit. He used to do exercise every day. Okay. So the structure for past indefinite tense is here. Okay, on. Is it clear now, beta? Can you hear me clearly now? Beta, there might be some issue with the internet, that's why it is happening. But am I audible to you all? Okay, that's great. So structure for past indefinite tense is subject, be-to and object. Again, there is no helping verb in past indefinite tense. We have subject, be-to means second form of verb, and object. And to make the interrogative of simple past tense or past indefinite tense, we have did. Okay, we use did with all the subjects. Did, then subject, then V1 and object. Remember, when did comes in the sentence, we change V2 into V1. Now here in interrogative, we have V1 instead of V2. Negative, the same goes with negative as well. We have subject plus did not plus V1 and object. Did not. Since we have did in the sentence, again we have changed V2 with V1. Okay. Let's see some examples of simple past tense or past indefinite tense. Here is the affirmative. Children played cricket. It is subject, then V2 and object. Okay. What will be the negative? Children did not play cricket. Now I have used did not. So I have changed played into play. Okay. Interrogative. Did children play cricket? Let's see another example. She bought a pen. Subject, V2 and object. So what is the negative? She did not buy a pen. I have used did not here. So bought is changed into buy. And then interrogative. For interrogative, I have used did in the beginning. Did she buy a pen? And then question mark. For Urdu identification, we have ya, ye, choti ye or badi ye. Okay. Okay, Hibal, can you hear me now? Hibal, is it clear, beta? Beta, I think there is something wrong with the internet. उस्ताद ने सबक अच्छी तरह पढ़ाया. The teacher taught the lesson very well. Yeah, ye alif, yeah is coming in the end. It means it is past indefinite tense. लोगों ने चोर पकड़ा. People caught the thief. Caught, we have used V2 here. Okay. Beta, Urdu pehchan is ya, ye and ye. Okay. Let me show you again if you want to see. Participants की picture ले लो जरा सारी. Beta, let me take the attendance. Till then, you may ask any question if you have in the chat box. Okay. Okay, Iman, you were asking for the Urdu identification. For Urdu identification, we have ya, choti ye or badi ye in the end. Okay. For example, Ustad ne sabak अच्छी तरह पढ़ाया. There is yelif ya in the end. It means it is past indefinite tense. Okay. So we will use the structure of past indefinite tense to convert it, to translate it into English. Okay. Is it clear, Iman? Okay, very nice. उन्होंने हमारी मदद ना की. They did not help us. This is the negative of past indefinite tense. Okay. उन्होंने हमारी दावत कबूल ना की. Again, this is the negative of past indefinite tense. So I have used did not here. And whenever we use did, we change V2 into V1. Remember this thing, okay? So I have written, they did not accept our invitation. क्या तुम घर खैरियत से पहुंचे? This is the interrogative of past indefinite tense. This is asking a question, right? So, did you reach home safe? This is the translation of past indefinite tense. Now we are going to see the future indefinite tense. Future indefinite tense is used to talk about an action that will take place at some point in future. Means when we have to talk about the future, when we have to talk about any action that is going to take place in future. So we use future indefinite tense. And for future indefinite tense, we have this structure. Subject plus will. Here will is the helping verb, okay? V1 means first form of verb plus object. So this is the structure for future indefinite. Can you see the screen, everyone? Can you see the screen, everyone? Can you hear me? Okay, okay. Okay, Hania beta. So for the structure, we were discussing the structure of future indefinite tense. We have subject, will, V1 and object. For interrogative, we have will, subject, V1 and object. Will comes in the beginning, okay? Will comes in the beginning. And for negative, we have will not, okay? Subject, will not, plus V1 and object. Let's see some example. We will travel around the world. And the negative is, we will not travel around the world. And interrogative is, will we travel around the world? Okay, beta. Okay, everyone. Here is another example. She will teach us a lesson. She will not teach us a lesson. Will she teach us a lesson? So we have seen the structure for affirmative, negative, and interrogative of future indefinite tense. Now let's see the Urdu identification. In Urdu, we have ga, gi, ge as pehchan for future indefinite tense. Okay, in future indefinite tense, उर्दू की पहचान क्या है इसमें? इसके जुमलों के आखिर में गा, गी और गे आता है. Here are some example. मैं दरवाजे को ताला लगाऊंगा. Ga is showing that it is future indefinite tense. I will lock the door. वो कल रात कराची जाएगा. Ga. He will go to Karachi tomorrow. हम क्लास से बाहर नहीं निकलेंगे. This is negative for future indefinite tense. So I have used will not. We will not go outside the class. क्या तुम चोर को पकड़ोगे? This is interrogative for future indefinite tense. Will you catch the thief? मैं चाय पीऊंगा. I will take tea. So we have discussed the tenses and translation of present indefinite tense, past indefinite tense, and future indefinite tense. Okay. Beta won't. Yes, Hibal, you are right. We won't eat ice cream will be the negative of future indefinite tense. Okay. We won't be eating ice cream is the different tense. We are discussing future indefinite right now. Okay. So the future indefinite we will be using We won. Okay. Welcome, beta. Welcome. If you have any other question, you may ask. Okay, beta. Interrogative sentences ask the question. Rania, please listen to me. Interrogative asks the question. So whatever we have in the helping verb comes in the beginning. Okay, comes in the beginning in case of interrogative sentence. For example, look at the example translation. क्या तुम चोर को पकड़ोगे? Will you catch the thief? Okay, will is here in the beginning. Okay, that is making it interrogative, and there is a question mark in the end. All right, Rania, is it clear, beta? So that's all about the tenses, indefinite tenses. Now your home task is to do the practice of indefinite tense. Okay, see the structures and the Urdu identification for translation as well. And your home task is to do the given assignment of lesson 6, the written. I have given you the assignment that will be shared at 10 o'clock. Okay, and you have to do this assignment in your literature copy. Okay, make sure that you maintain the index, you make the title page, and do this work very carefully and very neatly in your literature copy. Welcome, Rania. I hope it is clear to you, beta. On beta, I don't have clear idea right now about the monthly test. You will be updated. You will be updated about it. Okay. Yeah, I know you guys have your both copies with you. So you have to do this work in your English literature copy. Okay. If you have any other question, you may ask. Okay, beta. Okay, on. So I hope this is clear to you all. Thank you everyone for being present here. Hayat, you did not rename yourself, beta. Next time I want to see you appearing here with your own name. Beta Rania, ask your parents to come on Monday to get the copies. You cannot get it today. Alina Salman, what do you want to ask, beta? Ask quickly.